This is Appalachian Television Media, improving America. 304. Local Wasteland time. If you're listening, you're still here. Still walking the long roads that don't end anymore. This is midnight in the Wasteland, and I'm Nightwatch. Still cataloging the little mercies. Still trying to make the lost feel counted. Tonight's story is about a man who keeps records. Not of caps or kills. Of names. The kind that don't get spoken anymore. Let me tell you what I was told. There's a stretch of river west of Flatwoods where the bridges keep dying slow. Steel ribs showing through the asphalt. Bolts rusted into the shape of rain. You can walk half a mile and see them, one after another, like bones in a line, each one giving up a little more ground to the current. But on some of them, you'll see tags, bottle caps wired to the railing, a bit of tin cut square and punched with numbers, sometimes a name scratched in with a nail. Ellen, Vault-Tec, Mechanic, 12/17/98, crossed alone. No one sells them. Nobody claims them. But everybody knows what they mean. There's a man who goes bridge to bridge, writing down what's left of the people who didn't make it across. He calls himself a collector, though he doesn't take a thing. Just carries a small book, wrapped in oilcloth, and a lantern that burns the color of old whiskey. He walks at dusk, when the fog curls off the water like something breathing, when the light and the dark both think that they're winning. He hums a tune while he walks, soft, careful, the kind that sounds like counting. When he finds bones, he kneels. He writes a name, if there's anything left to guess from. A locket, a tag, a note folded inside of a shoe. If there's nothing, he gives them one, writes it down, reads it aloud, ties a cap to the rail, says it keeps the wind from forgetting. A scavenger saw him once, one of the kind who strip cable and sell it by the pound. Watched from a distance, while the collector knelt beside a skeleton curled near the guardrail. He thought about robbing him, then thought better of it. When the collector finished, he stood and looked straight at the scavenger, like he'd known he was there the whole time. Said, "Everything that falls deserves a witness," then turned back to the water and lit another tag. The scavenger said he didn't sleep that night, kept hearing the lantern hiss, kept seeing that man's face, half lit, half ruined, like someone carved from the bridge itself. Weeks later, the scavenger went back, said curiosity bit him in the heel, wanted to see what all that remembering was worth. He crossed 3 bridges before he found a new one, half collapsed. The deck sheared off clean like a broken jaw. No name. 63 North. Light returned. And beside it, a lantern still burning, hung low, like an apology. He called out. No answer. He found the book tucked in a crack between the beams. Dry. Somehow. The pages written in the same small hand. Neat letters. Even when the ink shook. Each page had a bridge number, a rough map, and a note. Bridge 21, 2 souls, held hands. Bridge 30, dog bones, still loyal. Bridge 42, child, crayons in pocket, drew something before she fell. Then, one more entry. Date newer than the rest. The scavenger swears it read, Bridge 63. Fog thick. Lantern fell. Name? Mine. He left the book where he found it. Walked back the way he came. But the air felt different. He said the river sounded like someone whispering through their teeth. Now and then, travelers say they see two lights out there. One steady. One swinging slow. Like somebody searching for their own shadow. The bridges creak in the wind. And every so often, a new tag appears. Fresh wire. Fresh mark. The handwriting never changing. Maybe he lived. Maybe the bridges decided he belonged to them. Maybe they learned his ritual and took over the work. I don't think it matters, which is true. The bridges remember him either way. And if you stop and listen, really listen, you'll hear the sound they make in the wind. Not metal, not water, but a slow, even rhythm. A kind of roll call. Some people build, some break, and some try to count what's missing. The bridge collector never asked for thanks. He never asked for faith. He just kept walking those spans, naming the silence, until the silence started answering back. I don't know if he finished his book, or if he just ran out of bridges, but somewhere out there, on a road the map forgot, there's a bottle cap catching the last bit of daylight, wired to steel, marked with care. Proof that somebody stopped long enough to make the world a little less forgotten. You've been listening to Midnight in the Wasteland. I'm Nightwatch. Still here. Still listening. I'll be back tomorrow, if the bridges hold, and the quiet stays kind. Until then, remember someone, even if all you have left is the name.